to say that Charlotte Church is joining me in the studio.
Hello, Bethan.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great.
It's about a year since we saw you last, but you've been well?
Yeah, amazing. All the better for the sunshine today, mind.
I know.
Makes the world a difference.
You look healthy.
Thanks.
You've been enjoying the sun then.
Absolutely, yeah.
And thank you for bringing in the world exclusive of your new music.
Yeah.
So when did you start on this project?
Oh, crikey. A good couple of months ago, like a while, sometime last year. And I got a little bit disenchanted with the whole kind of industry and the whole industry of the music industry, really. And so I just kind of thought, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I've had a guts full. I've been doing it for 14 years. So, yeah, but then I kind of started writing again with my partner, Jonathan, and and we just started recording some stuff in my garage. And, kind of built a band of all local musicians. All the musicians are made up of, they're mostly Cardiff-based, some of them. Kieran, who's our drummer, is from Treorchy. But just made it a real organic local thing. And
I think in some kind of evolution, you were heading this way, weren't you, with the last album anyway, called Back to Scratch, and then in some ways you'd kind of invested in all the technology at home, and in some ways maybe this is the natural progression now. Yeah,
I think so. I mean, I'm getting, as I'm getting older, I'm kind of getting more sure of exactly where it is I want to be, what I want to do, what I want to say. And also I hope that I'm becoming an artist. I think that the word artist is bandied around way too much. Everybody's an artist. I don't think that's the case. Some people are just pop stars. And I don't think I've ever been an artist before, necessarily. And this is the first time that I really feel like I'm creating something that's hopefully new and exciting.
Well, one of the things you've definitely always been is honest and open, and I think the lyrics reflect that. I've had a quick listen this afternoon of some of the tracks, and we're going to play one now and chat a bit more afterwards. So tell me about this track. It's called The Rise.
This track is quite a short track, so it was never really supposed to be an entire song. It was always supposed to be the introduction. And I think you hear that in the sound of the track. It's really all about the vocal. I wanted to write songs that really stretch my vocal to its nth. And I think this kind of does it. It's quite a lot of my range, and
Yeah, let's have a listen, shall we? So this is the world exclusive on BBC Radio Wales of Charlotte Church's new music. Does it come under just Charlotte Church yourself, or will there be a band name?
I think it pretty much will just come under my name. We thought about maybe doing it under a band name because of my name that has positive connotations, but also sometimes negative connotations because of what people will, people's preconceived ideas of what the music I'm going to make will be, and people's preconceived ideas about me as a person as well. So in the end, we decided that it should just be my name, because I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed of anything I've ever done before. So,
like Beyonce, you could have an alter ego.
No alter ego for me.
Right, let's have a listen to it. This is The Rise by Charlotte Church.
In the silence, in my morning, I welcome the numbness that carries my weight towards self-conviction. I hope that she will wait. She'll wait
So that's the first track, The Rise by Charlotte Church. I was just saying, Charlotte, it must feel really lovely and comfortable when you're recording in your own environment with the people that you care about around you.
Yeah, absolutely. I managed to find a great group of people to work with, some real creatives. And it was quite important for me to do it here, to do it in Wales, because a lot of the time I think that people just go up to London because, everybody thinks that, everybody goes up to London. That's where you'll find the best people, the best writers and the best producers or whatever. And I think that a lot of the time, a lot of the people that you find in London have kind of been there, done it, bought the T-shirt, have got their success and therefore haven't necessarily got the fire in their belly, don't really want it, aren't creating something original and really working at it. And I feel like there's so many talented people in Wales. And so it was just important to me to be able to do it here and to be able to involve people here who are hungry for it too.
I think sometimes people will have that badge of this, that and the other, but actually, yeah, like you say, there's very talented studios, producers and so on in Wales. Who produced the tracks for you then?
Well, it was a co-production between myself, my partner, Jonathan Powell, and his business partner. They run a record label called Still Small Voice, and he's a guy called Bethan Elfyn, and he trained as a mix engineer, and he kind of runs the studio at the garage. So it was great, and it was also great the fact that studio work can be quite long sometimes, and you have lots of musicians doing different overdubs and stuff. And so when that was happening, if I didn't necessarily need to be there, I could go and spend some time with my babies and go back into the house, which was great. So this has been an amazing experience for me, a totally different way of doing things, but I've never felt more comfortable about where my career's going and the music that I'm making, and I'm really excited about it for the first time in ages, because a lot of the music that I made within my youth was when you're signed to a label, etc., then there's a lot of pressure, and I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a kind of like a true art thing, because as soon as you bring in kind of the commercial aspect of it, as soon as it's somebody who's making money for a company, then there's compromise. Everybody's involved, and therefore there are compromise on so many different levels. And in order to actually make something truly, truly awesome, I don't think there can be any compromise. So, I mean, that's my goal, that's my aim. And
you were so young as well, too. Even if you felt like voicing an opinion, it must have been really difficult to kind of cut through with, like you say, big, powerful companies behind you.
Yeah, absolutely. But then also I was just really young. I didn't know what was really going on. It's only as I'm getting older that I'm absolutely sure in my convictions of, what I want to do, and strong in my beliefs and strong in myself. I know myself a lot better than I did when I was 16, 17, 18. So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I can't imagine anyone with more kind of world experiences to write about, though. Now, you started delving into this new project. Was it at Soon Festival last year? You put a show together, a secret show.
Yeah.
I was down the road and I heard about it afterwards. I was like, shh. So how was that at Club Iverbach?
Yeah, it was great venue. I love playing for a Cardiff crowd. Nerve-wracking. I was really nervous. As I'm getting older, I seem to be getting a bit more nervous. Everything matters a bit more nowadays, and I understand the weight of things more, I suppose. And yeah, but it was exciting. I think the shows that we're going to do in the future, we've got a lot of shows booked all over the summer and all over the country, really.
They're coming up quite soon, aren't they? Do you want to tell me about those now?
Yeah,
we've
got a gig at the Globe in Roath on the 8th of June, and then on the 9th of June in Narberth, I think it's Queen's Hall, and then I'm playing at Hay on Wye on the 10th, and that's for How the Lights Get In.
That's right, actually, because they got in touch with us to